Welcome to the Webdesign Launchpad. In this set of Quickbytes, I'm going to cover a very important thing which people don't realize is critical to their websites. Do I need to protect my website? To start with, let me first talk about the importance of protecting my website. If you ask me, do I need to protect my website? My answer to that is yes. Even if your website is small and you don't really make any money out of it, it is just informational, you still need to protect your website. Securing the website is critical. Hackers and cyber thieves will always keep trying to access the backend of your website so that they can gain some credible information. For e-commerce website, that becomes very critical because their list of customers, credit card information and other things can actually get compromised. Various websites, the businesses or personal websites as well, without a proper protection, they risk the spread and escalation of malware, attacks on other websites through their websites, Bitcoin mining and other illegal activities which can actually land them into legal trouble. Hackers can also use their website to attack other servers and other IT infrastructure, other websites and other web forums, whether hosted on a separate host or hosted in-house. The first term which pops up when we talk about a secured website is the SSL. SSL stands for Secure Socket Layer. It has now become an almost important standard for any website, and browsers report a website as not being secure if there is no SSL installed on the website. What SSL really does? It encrypts the data as the data is being transferred from the website to the reader's browsers and back. Which means if you're getting a form filled or anything, it becomes mandatory as your information cannot be then read over a running network. Ideally, hackers are unable to read the information as this information remains encrypted due to SSL and cannot really misuse that information for their ends or even for changing certain data in emails and website exchange. So SSL is a very important protection that you need to add to your website. The next important thing about protecting your website is installing some sort of a malware protection on your website. For almost any platform, there are enough modules or plugins available which help you protect your website from malware. What this malware protection actually does? It pushes out any malicious code which a hacker is trying to embed into your website. There are times through the website people actually manage to move into the backend using FTP or the file transfer protocol as well. I've had these incidents, and that is where my hosting provider will definitely block that incidents out. Why is this really needed? There are times where Bitcoin mining code is added into the website. Now your website then becomes an object which is trying to mine bitcoins from across the dark web and other places in the internet world. There can be a possibility that bots are trying to access your website by pushing requests which are multiple times in a minute, maybe a few hundred, a few thousands, or even a few million times in a minute. And this will actually lead to the DDoS condition, that is direct denial of service, where your website hosting provider will block your website, as it will not permit so many attempts to access your websites in a short span of time. So your website can be down, and definitely that will compromise on the quality and the sanctity of your website. A very important way of protecting your website is embedding a firewall into your host. This can be done through your website application or through your host systems as well, provided they give you an option for it. The firewall, commonly known as WAF or the Web Application Firewall, helps in protecting your website from bot attacks very largely, because they make your website inaccessible. If multiple attempts or very frequent attempts happen in terms of both failed logins and attempt to access the data too frequently, the firewall will protect your website and will not let any kind of malicious code enter your website at all. Obviously, it has to be a good firewall. A firewall sits between your hosting server and the data connection, and it will read all the data that passes from your server to the connection point. It will block hacking attempts and also filter out any unwanted traffic like spammers, malicious bots. A firewall definitely helps you protect from the DDoS situation, the direct denial of service, where your hosting provider, due to too many accesses and too many connections getting created on your hosting space, might block your website altogether. To protect your website, you should use strong passwords. Even I had the habit, when I had initially started building websites, I used to keep very simple passwords for logging into my website. I used to create these simple passwords even for my clients who could log in very easily into the website. Now, if a website password gets compromised, a hacker can get into the back end of your website and do anything with it. In my entire lifetime, I've had 2 incidences where some hacker got into my website, and from the back end, he just disabled all my access to all my control modules and admin modules in the website. It is always recommended that you keep changing the password periodically. An 8 to 12 character password with capital letters, small letters, numbers, and some authorized special characters is always recommended for a strong password setup. You can create patterns so that you can remember them, but don't make your password too short or too simple for a hacker to guess. In the meantime, I invite you to join one of my free webinars. The link is given below and in the video as well, wherein I will help you break multiple myths which exist on the internet and the website world. I have created a Kickstarter program, and it's a kind of a membership wherein you can quickly learn how to build your website the non-tech way. The Web Design Launchpad is all about building your website the non-tech way. You can join this program. In case if you face any challenges, you can always reach out to me from my email ID given on the website. Thank you. Have a good day.